According to Gooseworks, episode 4 is going to be the most boring out of all the episodes of the show. What a way to promote the next episode, right? But this statement comes from Gooseworks' Tumblr, where she opened her ask box for a short time and answered some questions about the show and the characters. The answers are pretty interesting, so let's see what else she said. When asked, are we getting any more Zooble content? Gooseworks replied, definitely, which is honestly reassuring, cause so far Zooble has chosen not to join the others on their adventures in all 3 episodes. And in the latest episode, we learned that the real reason behind their decision is that they don't feel comfortable in their body.
I just want to find something that feels good.
And even though Zooble shared their struggle with Kane, there wasn't a resolution to this problem.
I've been trying to find parts I like since the day I got here.
So, back to the adventures!
Which means we'll likely see Zooble continue to battle with themselves in the upcoming episodes. Maybe this is the arc where Zooble finally decides to join the group in their adventures, and I'm hoping that they will manage to find peace with their body eventually. Maybe with the help of an NPC or the other circus members. Another question about Zooble was regarding their pronouns, which still causes some confusion in the fandom, but Gooseworks confirmed once again that Zooble is comfortable with any pronouns. This clarification should help clear up any lingering uncertainty among fans. Next, there were some questions about Jaxs. Somebody asked, will Jaxs get tortured in future episodes? And Gooseworks answered, depends on what you count as torture. And this is an interesting answer, as it makes me think that Jaxs won't be tortured in a conventional sense. He probably won't be physically harmed, but instead he may undergo a form of mental or emotional torment, maybe through kindness. There's a saying, kill them with kindness, and I think it perfectly fits Jaxs' situation. Just think back to episode 2 when Jaxs was sitting alone looking sad. Later when Ragatha approached him, it was revealed he was annoyed because the adventure lacked blood and violence. Then when Ragatha told him that maybe the next adventure would be more to his liking, Jaxs reacted as he was threatened by those words.
Ha 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 ha, how wholesome.
So my guess is that the episode focusing on Jaxs will challenge him in interesting ways. Maybe the other circus members will try to help him feel better, or they might attempt to show how much they care for him. But this could end up sending him into despair. Gooseworks also answered a question asking for a random line from episode 6, and she revealed that Jaxs will say, this is kinda cringe. And this line seems like the perfect example of how Jaxs would respond to the other's kindness toward him. He has this sarcastic, self-protective nature that makes it difficult for him to accept help from others. And to the question, will there be any backstory on Jaxs, Gooseworks gave a classic answer of hers. You'll have to wait and see, but I think it's safe to assume that yes, we will get some more information about Jaxs in episode 6. It would be nice to see a flashback, similar to the one we got with Kinger and Queenie. And this way we might finally learn more about Jaxs' past in the circus. Maybe he had some friends at one point, like Kaufmo, or maybe someone from the now abstracted crew. There has to be a reason why Jaxs behaves the way he does, and it would make sense if something from his past shaped him into the person we see today. And the last question about Jaxs was, is there a reason as to why Jaxs doesn't cuss at all? And Gooseworks revealed, I changed one of the scripts, he cusses once now. And this is interesting, because I don't think Gooseworks would add a humorous curse word to the script at this point, unless it served a specific purpose. It's possible that Jaxs' first curse will be a significant moment in his character arc. Maybe it will be a way for him to express frustration or finally let his guard down. But we will have to wait and see what context is used in, but I suspect it might be a moment of vulnerability for him. But Gooseworks also addressed some inquiries about Gangal and Ragata. She confirmed that they were the ones who tied Jaxs up, saying they probably both just jumped him when his guard was down. And I just wish we could have seen that moment. There's no way Jaxs would have allowed himself to be tied up unless something critical was happening to him. Maybe he was distracted, but I have a feeling there's more to this than meets the eye. But this moment could be explored in later episodes, or maybe it will be part of a larger reveal in Jaxs' storyline. Maybe Jaxs will seek revenge on Ragatha and Gango for this, or maybe it will lead to some kind of reconciliation between them. And there was also something about Ragatha specifically which kept bugging the fandom, and the question goes, is Ragatha really nice or faking it? To which Gooseworks replied, everything is likely more complicated than a simple black or white answer. And I think this is a fair response. Ragatha clearly has something going on beneath the surface, and I believe that her seemingly endless kindness is a coping mechanism. She might be a caring person by nature, but to be honest, it feels more like a compulsion for her. Ragatha Ragatha probably keeps herself sane by projecting the idea that everything is fine and dandy with everyone and everything. And in contrast to Jaxs, kindness is definitely preferable to bullying, but even though she acts as if being in the circus and dealing with absurd situations is normal, it's clearly not. Eventually she will need to confront reality, and I'm hoping that Pomni will help her stay stable through their friendship. Cause like, Pomni owes her one for being there for her during her own tough time. But going to the next question, it was, what's up with Gango's mask in the TADC cafe promo? And Gooseworks again answered, you'll have to wait and see. And yeah, Gango's mask is different in this picture, so maybe it will be changed. There was a picture of Gango's room a while back, where she had all her broken comedy masks, and this might imply that she either repairs them herself or that Kane will finally give her a new mask, one that won't break as easily. It would be nice to see her mask get fixed permanently, but I have a feeling things won't go as smoothly as we might hope. Gooseworks also shared an interesting fact about episode 3. She pointed out a mistake in the episode. The notebook that Zubul has near the end contains Gango's doodles, and this was not initially planned, and it seems like they forgot to change the doodles before rendering the episode. And Gooseworks also referred to this in a tweet before episode 3 is released, so it seems like it was just an honest mistake. And lastly, Gooseworks was also asked about her favorite NPC, and she admitted that it's Gummig Go. And to be honest, it wasn't a surprise, because Gooseworks has mentioned before that Gummig Go holds a special place in her heart, and it makes me wonder if Gummig Go might return in one of the upcoming episodes. Because his sudden death in episode 2 left us with a lot of unanswered questions, especially after we got to know him on a deeper level. I don't think he's gone for good. Plus, Ragatha mentioned in episode 2 that Kane likes to reuse NPCs.
You know, he might be back in a future adventure. I know Kane sometimes likes to reuse NPCs.
And why would they include a line like this if it didn't have some significance? After episode 2's release, Gooseworks also had a tweet where she said that there will be something for Gummig Go fans eventually. So I'm pretty sure that he will return, and honestly, I'm thinking that it is possible that we'll see him in episode 4, because so far every episode has featured more than one NPC. But for episode 4, in the teaser, we only saw Arbsman. And maybe this is because Gummig Go will return in some form, maybe with a new appearance or even a different name. But Pomni might recognize him, and that could lead to a big reunion. And that could either make or break Pomni though, considering she already saw Gummig Go's explosion. Seeing him again might completely shake her up, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. But these were all the relevant questions that Gooseworks answered on her Tumblr, and they made me pretty stoked about episode 4, which hopefully will be released this year. Let me know what you think about these answers and theories down in the comments. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.